Hey guys, so I'm going to teach the line of symmetries for 2D figures. It's going to be 4th grade. They just need to know the difference between 2D and 3D and able to identify when they're out looking, identify 2D figures. So we're going to go ahead and start. Hi, good morning class. How are we doing today? Good. That's good. I'm doing good as well. Thank you for asking. So, for a quick review, does anyone remember when we talked about 2Ds and 3D figures? Okay, good. All right, let's do a quick review. What is a 2D figure? Can anyone tell me? Yes, it is a flat figure that has no thickness. Can you give me an example of a 2D figure? Yes, a clock is a 2D figure. It's flat, has no thickness at all. Okay, so what about a 3D figure? Or do you know what a 3D figure is? Yes, it's something not flat. It kind of just takes up the space. It kind of has the thickness in there. 3D's all around us, actually. You see it everywhere you go. Can you give me an example of a 3D figure? Yes, either like a can, like from the grocery store, like a can of green beans. That's a 3D figure. That's the shape of a cylinder. And then yes, a textbook, a regular textbook, is a 3D figure because it's not a flat surface, or it's not flat like a piece of paper. It's nothing like that. It's has the thickness of it. Okay, so are y'all going to be able to identify a 2D and a 3D figure? Good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with the lesson today. We're going to learn about symmetries. There's two different types, but we're only going to focus on the line of symmetry, which is also called the reflection symmetry. Does anyone know what's the definition of line symmetry? Okay. So here's the definition that I put together. The definition of the line of symmetry is the imaginary line where you could fold the image and have both halves match exactly. Does anyone know what that means exactly? Can anyone kind of put it more in a simpler way? Yeah. So when you draw the line, you have to look at the left and the right side. When you draw the line, they have to exactly match. It can't be one side bigger and overlapping, and it's not as this side is not as wide as the other side. No, that's not symmetry. No, it has to look the same. So, like for example, I have a butterfly. And y'all know what the butterfly is, right, guys? Okay, good. Just checking. So you have a butterfly here. Now, I draw one line straight all the way down, and it's half and half. Are they is there a symmetry? Yes, they look exactly in line. There's one line of symmetry only. It's identical. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another example. Does anyone know what this is? Good, rectangle. Good job. So we have a rectangle, a shape. It's a plane figure, 2D figure. It's not a 3D figure. It's not like a rectangular prism. So how many lines do you think we can draw in here? Yes, you can draw one straight line. Yes, that's true. You can go all the way down. But there are other 2D figures that have more than one, like this. Rectangle has a two-line of symmetry, has one straight down and one straight across. So you're not going to be only looking for just one figure, but you're also looking for two or even more figures, and that is fine. All right, so we're going to look at this example right here. What is this? Right, a stop sign. And what shape of the stop sign is? What kind of shape is this? A hexagon. Good. Okay, so we're going to look at the line of symmetry. How many we can create? I already done it for y'all. So we know that a total, we have the lines here. A hexagon has many lines that you can do. It has 6 lines of symmetry. You don't count these because when you follow these, this is 6. So it's not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No. you only count the line until you meet the end. So this whole line is 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? So how many line of symmetry does a hexagon have? 6. Good job. So now we're going to look at a different type of symmetry. So I have a playing card 5. So it's a different type of shape. Is it or is it not? No, it's a rectangle. But it looks different than the last one, right? Yeah. Okay. So are you going to be able to tell me how many lines of symmetry there is? Yes, there's one straight down. Good. I'm missing one more. Where am I going to draw my other line of symmetry? That's right across. I'm going to have one here. Oh, here, let me show you this one. So it's going to have one right here, another one right there. So how many lines of symmetry do I have? 1, 2. Not 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Y'all remember that? Okay, good. Alright, so we're going to look at a different type of example, and I need you to tell me if this is going to have a symmetry or not. So, what is this shape called? Can anyone tell me? Right, a trapezoid. So, if I draw an imaginary line, am I going to have a reflection of symmetry? No, because this side is pretty much like a straight line, where this other side has like a triangular side. So if I flap it all the way over, it's not gonna match to the other side. So now you know a trapezoid does not have a line of symmetry. All right, we're gonna move into our last example before we have to do our activity, okay? So I have an airplane sign. You'll probably see this mainly at airports, or probably somewhere off the highway that's close to an airport, to let you know that you're going towards the airport in whatever city there is one in. So think about this. Can we do a line of symmetry? Yes, you can. Anyone want to take a guess how many? 2, okay. Alright, well, let's think about this. So, we already know that if we go straight down, we have symmetry, right? Okay, but if we go across here, that's not really a symmetry, is it? No, it's not. So, your answer is going to be only one line of symmetry. It's going to go all the way straight down. And when you fold it over, this will meet here, and this will meet here. And this will meet there as well. And so will the over here too. So this is your line of symmetry. So do we understand how to look for a symmetry and able to identify what a symmetry is? Good. All right. So I have a little game that I planned out, and it's going to be not much of a scavenger hunt. It's going to be a 2D hunt, where I'm going to give you a sheet of paper, and you're going to write your name, put the date on it. I'm going to have 1, 2, and 3 on the paper. Your job is to find at least three 2D objects in the classroom. You're going to draw the object that you've chosen, draw the line of symmetry, and name the object you picked. Like, I picked I picked the playing card. That is my 2D symmetry. So I'm going to draw the card as best way I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to draw my line of symmetry. and then write how many symmetries on here and write the shape of it, which would be a square or or more of a rectangle. I apologize, a rectangle. All right, so I'm going to come check your work and see how you're doing. If I have people who already know what they're doing and they get them all correct, I would encourage you to help your classmates and help them understand, because some might be confused, and that's okay. We're here to learn, and I'm here to answer questions. If you have a friend that knows what he's doing or he or she is doing, go ahead and ask him. Do not hesitate. It's a learning process, okay? So I looked at a student's project, and he chose this piece of the star, the paper that I have on my wall, and he took it down so he can draw it out and then figure out the symmetry. So he gave me this answer. I went up to him, how many lines of symmetry does it have? It says 3. And I asked him, are you sure it's 3? He's like, yes, I'm sure. There's nothing else. I was like, okay, all right, let's take this step by step. So looking at line 1, we know it can flip over, right? Right. So 2, we looked at 2, you can fold it over, and that is correct. But 3, you really cannot fold over all the way. If I fold this over like a taco, I can't. It's not really going to be a line of symmetry. So we need to figure out how many lines of symmetries we have. So I have my line of symmetry from the star here. Here, we have line 1 and 2 right. So if we move line 2, we rotate it right over here. Don't you think that might be a symmetry too? Yeah, that's a symmetry. It's just like 2, you're just flipping it over. Now, with 3, you have it in the right area, but if we move it up just a little more, wouldn't that be a line of symmetry? Yeah, that is. Now look right here in this corner. It's the same shape. Each corner is a symmetry. Don't you think this corner would be a symmetry too? Good. Yeah, so there's a total of how many symmetries? 5. Okay, can you draw this, redraw the shape again and show me the 5 symmetries we found together? Thanks. And so when he did it for me, this was his answer right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 lines of symmetry. And so he did his homework right. He understood what he did was wrong, and we got to help him and correct his mistakes. So he's doing good now. He's understanding. So next, the student did a very good job. He chose a walking sign that I have in my classroom, and he explained to me how it was a 1 symmetry line, because you can't do it across because it's not going to be the same thing. He only can fold it. He only can draw 1 line down. So he did really good. He really understood it. I asked him to explain to me. It's like he really understands the lesson, and I had him to go help his other classmates so they won't feel lost. And then next, so my class was able to understand the meaning of the symmetry, and they were able to find many 2D figures in the classroom. And I asked them, what did they learn from this lesson? The student says that the 2Ds are flat and have no thickness. Also, finding the line of symmetry means the reflection of the other half, which I agree. It's just, I see it that way. I feel like that's easier because they understand as long as it's a mirror shape, we're good. And so I tested them again to see if this shape, this parallelogram, had a line of symmetry, and they answered correctly, and it does not have a line of symmetry, because this won't connect together. It's quite opposite, even if folding it up. So they understood that. And then I asked them about the school. I asked if it's a 2D or 3D shape. They said the school is a 3D shape, not a 2D. It has to be flat in order to be a 2D. And then I told them that next time we're going to learn about rotational symmetry and keep practicing reflection symmetry so they understand. Thanks.